Welcome to Success Manifestation with Kath Kyle. We are often told that there is no limit to the things that we can manifest, that our manifestations are literally unlimited. Is this actually true? Today I'm sharing the truth about whether or not there is actually a limit to our manifestations. One of the main reasons why people don't believe that manifestation actually works is because those people who are teaching manifestation don't have perfect lives themselves. People assume that if manifestation actually worked all of the time and there actually was no limit to manifestation, then manifestation teachers would have perfect bodies, they'd have perfect love lives, they'd all live in mansions, they'd all be millionaires, they'd never have anything bad happen to them, they'd have perfect health and never get sick, and they'd all be a shining, perfect example of what everybody else has to look forward to if only they could believe that manifestation actually works. But the truth is that those people who are teaching manifestation, myself included, don't have perfect lives, don't have perfect bodies, perfect love lives, perfect bank balances, perfect health, with zero stress and never have a bad thing happen to them. So why is this? Let's address the elephant in the room. Does that mean that manifestation doesn't actually work? Or does it mean that there is a limit to the number of things that you can manifest? I personally have manifested my dream life. I've manifested my dream health, my dream family, living in my dream location, in my dream home, doing my dream work, dream business. But yet, having said all of that, life is far from perfect for me. I still have bad things happen to me. I still have stress to deal with. I still have emergencies to deal with that come up. Some of the good things that I have manifested turn bad or threaten to go away. And there are always new desires that I have, new things that I constantly want to manifest. Yet you hear people say that manifestation is unlimited, that you can have anything you want. And all of my own desires have not yet manifested. So does that mean that there is a limited to my own manifestation and everybody else's manifestation? And having said all of that, I still don't believe that there is a limit to the things that we can manifest. I still believe that we have unlimited potential to manifest anything that we desire. I believe that from a spiritual point of view, we literally can manifest anything we want. There is no spiritual limit to the things that we can manifest. However, I do think that there are some human limitations to our manifestations that we place on ourselves as humans. And these human limitations will help to explain why manifestation teachers don't have perfect lives and why nobody else has perfect lives either. So let me share these reasons with you now. The first limit that we place on ourselves as humans is time delays. One of the biggest reasons it appears that there is a limit to your manifestation is because there is a time delay between the time that you have created that reverse memory, the memory of something that you actually desire before it's actually happened, and the time it takes to actually manifest in your physical reality. I call this waiting period the automatic unfolding. And while you are waiting for your manifestation to show up, you are likely to start doubting that it's ever going to show up, and therefore you place a limit on your manifestations. This belief becomes your new reality, and you may never actually even get your manifestation because you are doubting it's ever going to come. And if you start telling other people that you doubt your manifestation is going to show up, then they'll join you in doubting that it will ever show up, and this will just add to your limitations. But the thing about us humans is that we are in a state of constant change. As soon as we have manifested one thing, we go on to wanting to manifest something different. And this can leave you in a constant state of doubt because you are always in a state of waiting. You're always in a state of having not yet received your manifestations yet, because you've forgotten about all the things that you have manifested and you just focused on the things that you don't have. And when you look at manifestation experts who haven't yet manifested the things that they are trying to manifest, then just remember that they are human too, and they are always going to be in the state of having not yet received the thing that they currently trying to manifest, because it's natural as humans that when we've received one thing, we naturally want something more, something different, something bigger, something better. And I'm not just talking about manifesting material things, I'm talking about helping other people, manifesting certain emotional states within yourself. There is always more things that you desire as a human. And because we are always in this state of constantly wanting more and more growth in our lives, we are never static. So there is no such thing as having made it, having arrived at the perfect destination. It will just never happen. Yes, you can see yourself as perfect as you are right now, but that doesn't stop you desiring more for the future. And because we always desire more, you can never say that anybody has made it. They finally got everything that they want. Even celebrities, even people who appear to literally have it all, they really don't, because that's just human nature. And another reason why time is the biggest limitation that we have as humans is because we are only alive for a finite amount of time. So there's only literally so much you can squeeze into your lifetime. You literally can't do everything. So even though we have a potential to have it all and we have unlimited things available to us, we literally can't have it all because we physically don't have enough time to have it all. You can't be one type of person and also a contradictory type of person. You can't live in one location and simultaneously live in another location at the same time. Yes, you could own homes in two different locations, but you can't live and reside in more than one place at a time. You have to be in one physical destination. And yes, there are spiritual things you can do to override that, but I'm just saying for most humans, most of the time, we are just in one place at one time. So we have to choose. We have to choose what we want. Do I want to be here in the UK, or do I want to be somewhere else in the world? Yes, I can travel, I can move around, but if I want stability, I have to decide. So I'm limited by having to be in one place at one time, and I'm also limited by the amount of time I have in my lifetime. So yes, we might have multiple lives, but in this lifetime, yes, you are limited by time. The next limit that we have as humans when it comes to manifestation is the effort involved in the practice of manifestation. And this is one of the biggest limitations that we place on ourselves, is simply not wanting to put the effort into the process. And a lot of people, myself included, will say that yes, you can manifest without taking physical action, but that doesn't mean there isn't effort involved in the process. There is mental effort involved in the process, and there's a lot of mental effort involved in the process of manifestation. To manifest successfully, you need to have a completely different mental experience to the physical experience that you are currently having right now. If you are feeling really disheartened and you're full of fear because you can't afford to pay your bills, to be able to manifest something different, you have to get yourself into a completely different mental state. And in this new mental state that I call creating a reverse memory, you have to be able to feel as if you have more than enough money to pay your bills. And for some people, like for example, people who might be actors, this process would come very easily to them. They can easily put themselves in a different state. It's also easier for empathetic people who absorb other people's energies because they can put themselves in somebody else's shoes and really understand what it might be like to be somebody else. But for a lot of people, it requires a lot of mental effort, and people find this really difficult. It can be really hard to temporarily forget that you don't have any money and to put yourself into the state where you have lots of money. And because of the mental effort required in the process of manifestation, most people simply can't be bothered to do it. And therefore, most people's lives are limited by the imaginary scenes that pop into their mind on autopilot as they are getting on with their day, as they are walking, driving, and they're full of fear and they are imagining the worst. this is what is manifesting in their lives because they are not consciously deciding what these imaginary scenes are going to be. Another limit that we have as humans when it comes to manifestation is your existing beliefs. There are many existing beliefs that you probably have that are preventing your manifestations from coming to you. For example, you could believe that nobody wants to listen to you when you talk, and that might prevent you from building an audience online. We have so many existing beliefs that can prevent manifestations from coming to us, and I have a video about this. I call this the hierarchy of beliefs because whatever's at the top of the hierarchy will prevent things underneath it from manifesting. So you really need to address all of your core beliefs to find out if you've got anything blocking your manifestations. But we can overcome all of these beliefs. We can change all of our beliefs if we choose to, but the limitation is the amount of effort and the amount of time we want to invest into this mental process. Another limitation that we place on our manifestations as humans is that we don't have a burning desire to manifest the things that we say we want. Most people say, yes, I really want to be a millionaire. I really want to win the lottery. This would solve all of my problems. But when it comes to the crunch, what they actually prefer more than winning the lottery and being a millionaire is for things to stay comfortable, for things to stay the same, for things to stay safe, because they feel like they've got control over the process if things stay the same as they were yesterday, because it's just too much for them to cope with. My own attitude when it comes to manifestation is if I'm going to go to the trouble of putting the mental effort into the manifestation process, I may as well go big with my manifestations. I may as well manifest something that's really going to make a massive impact on my life because I don't mind change. I embrace it. And that often means that I might neglect smaller things or not even notice smaller things in my life that I could potentially be improving because I'm often working on the big things. But not everyone feels this way. Some people find that although they're too scared to really manifest the big things, although they don't have the confidence to really manifest those big things, that they are more than happy to put the mental effort into manifesting some of these smaller things in their lives, such as maybe manifesting more compliments, a little bit of extra money, flowers, free coffee, that kind of thing. And that's fine. And this is actually a really good way to get your confidence when it comes to manifestation, is to start small. If you don't believe the big things, then prove that manifestation actually works. This is what I did myself, and it really, really does work. And this is why I am convinced that manifestation does work. So no, I don't believe that there is a limit to the potential that we have. We can literally manifest whatever we desire, but we don't desire to have everything. We're not ever going to desire to have everything. We're only going to desire to have very specific things, and they are the things that we should be focusing on, because we are limited by time. We are limited by the amount of effort that we can put into something. So we should choose wisely, and we should choose the things that we actually desire to have. And then we will have the life of our dreams that might be full of ups and downs, but we can still say that we've got the things that we desired to have in this lifetime. You are only limited by your own belief system. So how do we avoid putting limits on our own belief system? The best thing you can do is start to overcome your biggest beliefs that are holding you back from manifesting anything, such as believing that manifestation doesn't work, because that's going to stop you from manifesting anything. If you believe there is a limit to the number of things that you can manifest, then that is what will manifest. I admit that I do have limiting beliefs because I am human. We're all humans, and we're supposed to have limiting beliefs. That is my own belief. You can choose to believe something different, but that's what I personally believe. I believe that I can keep on chipping away at my limiting beliefs. I can overcome any limiting belief that I choose to overcome, but we are created and put in a space where we will have limiting beliefs. Nobody escapes limiting beliefs, but we can recognize them and we can overcome them. You could start to tell yourself that manifesting is easy, that the process of creating a reverse memory is easy and it literally just takes a few seconds. That's what I do now. I tell myself that it's easy, that I don't need to sit down for 15 minutes and visualize something on repeat over and over again. I believe that I can literally imagine something for just a few seconds and it will manifest. We don't need to make this difficult. Go and watch my video called This is Blocking Your Manifestation, all about the hierarchy of belief, and my other video, 10 surprising signs that your manifestation is coming true. If you want to manifest more fame, fortune and followers, I have a free manifestation milestone board pack in the description below. And let me know in the comments, do you believe that there is a limit to manifestation? And while you're there, please like this video and subscribe. And now it's your turn to go and put your stamp on the world.